She started first time. Brand new car. We look like we might be too big for this car, Duffy.
Very possible.
You and me. Thankfully we can drive it. No more restrictions. Where the f*** are you driving this ute? There we go. Small people. Now, we're not listening to Nova 919 because we're not 12. See you, Pete. Happy birthday, mate. It's Pete's birthday today. So they just sold this building. I bet you all of this will get knocked down soon and they'll build a monstrosity and just completely face our business. That's going to be interesting.
Is that time to move then?
Well, it's probably time to move now, but like we've got a 3-year lease coming. We've got a 3-year lease that my landlord's just given me to sign.
Right, okay.
He hasn't given it to me yet. I really don't know what to do. Like, we're in a position now where we're like struggling for land in all locations. Like, Railways is growing, Waterpro's worse. If they build on the end of this street and shut any of the streets down, we're I don't know if they'll do it on that side of the road. They better not. I can't believe Palumbo managed to get the council to let them shut that street.
Is that the building next door?
Yeah. If that, like, in hindsight, at the time I should have been more forceful and actually like pursued the council and said, you can't close a street down. There's businesses down here struggling. Like that was the only year Waterpro sales didn't grow. So we did exactly the same sales from one year to the other. Every other year we've grown 25 to 40%. And I attribute it to that. Like, we had customers telling us it was just too hard to get into the shop, so they just stopped coming in.
Yeah.
It's funny that, 10 or 12 years into running a business and I feel like we're about to pop. I posted something on Instagram the other day saying how like I feel younger than ever and like more driven than ever, and it's really cool that for a long time I felt like I needed a big enough team around me to deploy my ideas because I've got so much going on in my head all the time, but we can never do it all, and I'm kind of getting close to that edge of having enough staff to do all my crazy ideas. And I think this is the next 24 months, maybe 36 months are going to be crazy. Like, we need to find new parcels of land to move into, and why was that a 40 zone? That was weird. New parcels of land and like new opportunities. Like, it's weird the problems you have as a business owner. I was talking to my dad about it. Like, on the weekend, yesterday, we were playing pinball, just talking about business, which is really cool. And I was like, when you first start out, your biggest problems is I need to get enough money to pay for business cards, basically, or to buy uniforms, or to pay rent, or to get some staff. And then you hire your first staff member, and you're like, oh my God, like, can we afford them? Can we afford them? And then all of a sudden, you've got a bunch of staff, and then you're like, okay, we need a location. You can't buy one because you've just started out, so you rent somewhere, and you shit yourself because you're like, what if we sign a 3-year lease and go broke? Okay, we'll do a 1-year lease, and you think you're like real ballers because you negotiate this 1-year lease for like $100 a week. And all of those problems kind of are always there, but they just become smaller and smaller and smaller to the point where, you just hire 5 people because you need them because you've got so much business, and then it completely flips. And I'm in this place now where we don't have enough resources and enough land and enough staff to meet the demand that we've created for our services because we've done such a good job for so long. And I never thought it would get there. Like, it's not something I thought about. And I think it's probably important for young business owners to think about what happens if it all works. Like, what happens if everything that you dream of happens? Can you handle it? Like, do you have enough staff? Is the location you're in going to be sufficient? Like, are the lease terms long enough or short enough? And, have you got enough finance? Have you got like the bank support? Have you got savings? Like, there's so much. And it's just a really cool place to be. Like, we're basically doing $10 million a year between all the businesses with nearly 30 staff now. And I'm only 10% to my goal. Imagine the problems we're going to have when we're doing 50 or 100 million. I don't even know what they'll be. I don't know. If anyone knows, give me a call. Let me know. I think this will be a bit of this year we won't make much money because we will spend so much on a new building and hiring new staff and whatever else, and then we'll kind of plateau again. It's like this.
Yeah.
I was talking to a mate of mine this morning. He dropped off some stuff for me, and he's like, how does it work? Like, you go through these. He's about to be at a point where he needs to get his first staff member and his first warehouse. So I was like, well, and I explained the whole thing to him. I'm like, well, you'll hire the staff member and you'll get a building and you won't make any money. But then you'll work out how to make money with 2 of you, and then you'll make money, and then it'll be beautiful, and then there'll be 4 of you, then there'll be 8 of you, then there'll be 10 of you. And then you'll have a point where you're not making money again, and you kind of have to choose whether or not you want to make money or grow, because you can't generally do both. Like, if you think, say a business makes 10% net profit, which is a good round number that a lot of businesses make, but you're growing 25 to 40% in turnover a year, your net profit isn't big enough to fund the growth. So you're dancing all the time and relying on like bank finance or suppliers to do extended terms, or your cash flow that you've saved for the last 5 years. But if you've been growing like that, which we have for so long, it's an interesting challenge. And then you've got the turbulent emotions of your employees, because people get upset because we move so fast, and they're like, he said this and she didn't do that on time, and it's like, this is how it is. This is fast growth, and it's not that fast. I say it like it's, Amazon hiring 4,000 people a year. It's me hiring 4 people in a month, but it's my fast. It's pretty cool.